welcome back to Tackett Garage. So in the last episode, or one of the last episodes anyway, you saw us pull this thing out of that 85 Mustang. So now what we're going to kind of take it apart, see kind of where we're at. Now I pulled this engine out of a 89 Mustang to put into that red 85 some years ago, and so I'm not 100% sure what's going to go on inside this engine. I don't know if it's stock. I'm assuming it's stock because it kind of drove like a stock engine. I myself bolted on like the headers and the intake manifold and all that kind of stuff. So I know all that stuff, but we don't know what's inside here. We're going to be doing some fun stuff, so we're going to see what we have in here to see like what our, I don't know what our difference is going to be or whatever later. Also, if you watched that last video, you'll see where it kind of, when I was pulling some of the drain plugs, a bunch of water came out. So we're going to kind of see if we can't figure out what happened there too, and kind of what kind of shape the engine's in mile-wise and stuff. But yeah, time to get started on this thing. We're going to try to, so one thing you want to do if you pull an engine out, there's always still fluids in these things. Even though, you know, you make a big mess pulling them out, there's still going to be a bunch of fluid in it. So we're going to pull out the drain plugs, try and catch as much oil out of there as we can. Filter's going to make a mess, and I'm sure when we try pulling off all the coolant stuff, I mean, it's just going to be a big mess. So what we got some of these absorbent mats. Hopefully that'll help. And yeah, let's see how little of a mess we can make. So check it out. We got water coming out of this one again. Look at this. Like not a lot, but there's definitely, it's all clear water. You can see how it's not going with the oil down there.
Come on in, the water's warm.
See, but then we got oil right there, and it's not all milky. I mean, obviously it hasn't run because it's been on a stand, but weird.
Maybe just a lot of condensation?
I mean, it's got to be. Because it's
That's
not
like a lot though.
But it's not green though, you know, because like it's coolant.
It's not coolant, yeah.
It should be green, but it's clear. I don't know, weird. Table for the side which is the cart if you watched the earlier video.
So this motor that you pulled out of that black one, was this the original motor?
We don't know technically. So here's where I'm weirded out about. See if you go on the side of the engine over here, like look right here. So that's where a fuel pump bolts on right here, and then there's a little eccentric goes up here and rides on the cam.
Yeah.
But like this isn't needed. But this is weird because it's blocked off right there. But I don't think a stock Fox body engine even had this boss on it.
Doesn't look aftermarket either.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, like, so I was looking at it just now. It actually does have Ford stamped on it right there. So I don't know, to be honest with you. Long story short.
Yeah.
And the car
Many
was
mysteries.
yeah, and the car I pulled it out of was a little slightly jankily modified. So
Just a little bit.
yeah, like I didn't realize that it was quite so modified. I took it to go try to pass smog with it when I first bought it, and he brought it back around, and he's like, "Yeah, no, there's no way." And I was like, "Well, okay, why?" He's like, "Well, first of all, there's no air pump on it." Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't even think to look at that. He's like, "Yeah, so I didn't even run it because I didn't want you to get like flagged for something."
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's not gonna pass.
Just get it out of here.
Yeah, if you put all the stuff back on it, I'll retest it for you for free because you already paid.
Yeah.
But okay, see ya. little bit, huh?
Yeah. Like past, like look past, like an inch down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially this one right here. They look clean. Yeah. From this angle, you can really tell.
Not a lot of the lip either.
Can you feel anything?
Very little bit, just where they probably didn't travel right here, but it's not like a notch or anything like a high manometer would be.
Yeah, yeah.
Not bad.
Cool.
Not bad.
Pistons are definitely forged.
Yeah, and all the rods and everything are original too. They have the original Ford castings.
If this was a cast piston, it wouldn't look like it's shiny.
Are we just redoing these pistons or putting new ones in?
We're probably putting new ones in because of the aggressive cam.
Oh, okay.
And if they have to bore the cylinders at all to make everything perfect, then a different piston has to go in for the piston or the bore. All right, so we got this engine apart. So now, let's look at the bearings, see how they're doing. We got a main cap popped loose here. Let's see what we got. Need that? You gonna give that a wipe there?
It's a little bit burnt on the side.
Yeah, so it's getting a little worn. So here's one of the main spots you want to look at too. See right here where it gets a little darker and you can actually see some copper through there. That means a lot of the bearing material is actually starting to go away. So there's definitely some miles on this engine. Good thing is it was just starting to go through, so everything actually looks pretty solid and everything. I think we caught everything in time. It just so happened that that freeze plug went out probably at a good time for us, to be honest. All right, let's put this one back on and let's take off one of these the connecting rod caps, see what we got going on in there. Probably pretty similar. All right. So yeah, pretty similar in here too. You know, there's some wear, and we're starting to get through some of the actual bearing material, so it's about ready for a little freshening up.
It's a good time to do it.
Yeah. But there's no real scarring or anything like that on the journal. So, of course we have only popped off one, but nothing was making any noises or anything like that. So this should be a good indication of what we actually got going on.
These are the heads right here?
Yeah, so, well, just the one. The other one's up on the shelf still. I haven't opened the other one, but...
Okay.
So yeah, let's check out some of this stuff.
What do we got going on here?
Packing material, and then we got the good stuff.
The valves and springs already assembled?
Yeah. So these are some complete heads from Blueprint Engines. They're all aluminum heads. They got the valve springs and everything already. Flip it over this way. They got the bigger valves and everything, and they're significantly lighter.
Nice big cords.
Yeah. So these should be a nice upgrade. Definitely get us some more ponies. Let's set this back here. And then to go on top of those, because we couldn't reuse those stamped original rocker arms, we got these. So these are also a cast aluminum roller rocker. So not only is it roller here, where the pivot is, It's actually a roller on the tip as well for on top of the push rods. So another solid upgrade for us. A little less friction in the motor. Let's see. And to pair all that together, to add to all that rather, we have a Ford racing cam. I'm not going to bother taking it out of the box because it just looks like a camshaft. But so this is I think it's the X303. So this is going to be one of the a little more aggressive Ford racing cams, letter cams they have out there. One of the only things about this one that I read so far is if you have one of the computer controlled cars, you need a tune so it'll run right with this. We don't have to worry about that. We got a carburetor, all the computer's us. And the other thing is supposedly you got to check the clearance on your pistons to valve because of how aggressive it is, it could end up causing a problem in there. So what we're probably going to do, because we're doing our whole rebuild anyway, we're probably going to go ahead and get some pistons that are going to be made for an aggressive cam. We also have comp cams timing set. So this is going to be full roller and everything. So this will be pretty nice. Let's see if this opens easy. I'll give you a quick peek at it. It's all tape shut.
Oh, it's never easy.
Nah. Well, let's see. There we go. Timing set. It looks like a timing set. Most necessary but least exciting thing we have right now, the freeze plugs, the whole reason we started down this thing. So we got those here. And while we had it out, I couldn't help myself, but if you remembered seeing that on the last video, the drag race I did, the clutch really wasn't holding the power that I already had. So went ahead and got some upgrades here. We got a Fidanza all aluminum flywheel right there. So help us rev up a little bit quicker. And then we also have this here, a McLeod clutch kit. Supposedly good to, I think, it's like 350, 400 horsepower, supposedly, maybe even more. I don't remember off the top of my head now, but yeah, it should be a lot better than the old tired clutch we got in it before.
Solid build sheet.
Yeah, so that's everything we got for the engine so far. Of course, we're also going to have more bearings and all that kind of stuff when we take it to the machine shop. So that way, everything's going to be all freshened up. Rings, most likely pistons. But that's about what we have for the build so far. We know we got a good solid base to start on. Next step's just going to be getting that engine down to the engine builder so we can go ahead and get it freshened up. So hope you enjoyed the disassembly today, and make sure to join us next time. We're going to have more build going on with this Mustang for sure. And remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time on Taggy Garage.